Morning everyone, it is now September and I thought I would give you a little wander around the garden, give you an update on what's happening in the garden and there's one thing that's just disappointed us. So join us, pause the video now, go and get a cup of coffee, cup of tea and come back and we'll just have a nice little wander around the allotment on this gorgeous September day. It's a busy bed. We've got leeks in there. We've got some radishes which are planted interspersed between the leeks, and we've got some of them golden burpees, what they're called beetroot. So, and if I have a little look, they're coming, you know, there's a finger size there. They're nice, nice good size. So I'm away for a few days, so some of them will be getting picked as we go on next week. The leeks are just there. I mean, they're not going to go massive, but we'll certainly, you know, make some soup out of them. And interspersed is some radishes. Now, I planted radishes in here the last time. I went away and, you know, before I could even turn around, they were up bolting the seed with all the hot weather. So hopefully this time I'm going to get some. I only got about, if you were to say, 500 seeds. I got about 5 radishes. Oh, I'm good. I'm a good gardener. So hopefully this time we'll get some, and the later in the year as well, so we'll get more of a, you know, like a nicer flavour radish. Next bed is then we've got some, and they're starting to come really good there now, some spring onions and a few little bits of lettuce that I've kind of dabbled around, so I can start really at that size start harvesting the spring onions. I haven't been touching much of it, but there I'm sure we can start, you know, and hopefully that'll last for a month or so as well, into the autumn months. We have over there, remember we did this is the beetroot bed now. It had the cucumber in and everything like that, and the outside chilies. We've still got some chili plants in, but we've got the bolt hardy beetroot down that side. In the middle there, the ones that are looking a lot bigger than everything else, is a few of the golden burpees again. Then we've got that, and did not do it, and forgetting the name, kajua ones. These are the ones which got, if you cut them, the pink, they've got like the dartboard finish, bullseye finish in the middle. So that's the beetroot as well. So, and beetroot I think is probably one of our favourite, you know, favourite veg at the moment. It's just so versatile. A trellis of runner beans up there, so, and I can just see them, some little ones coming there, so hopefully, you know, that'll be the last ones, and they'll take, we're right into kind of the end of September, you know, well into October as well, picking some beans before the frosts come. Over on the next bed, and I'm just using my phone this time because it's just a little bit rushed for time, so excuse the wobbles there. We have some Savoy cabbage interspersed with some carrots. So once I start picking the Savoy cabbage, and then not be that long, probably another month, we'll the carrots will be able to kind of make a break for daylight and get through. And you can see there we've kind of hit a little bit on the outer leaves with caterpillar, you know, chewing away there, but hopefully next year we're going to take on the caterpillars at their own game. The peas are kind of coming to an end. We've had a few pickings of the peas. I've got a peas there, and over, I'll just gently show you there. Over there we've got, and we've had a good crop from these peas as well. So they're nearly, you know, at the end there. Probably a couple more pickings and then that's it. This bed, now this is the bed that's disappointing us, and I mentioned this before, and I'll show you one as well. Parsnips, and these are the parsnips that I bought from. And they look great, massive, you know, and you can even, if you look down there at this one, let's have a look, just get in there, do you know what I mean? That is it's a belting size, but let's just show you, let's just put, and I'm just putting them straight in the compost bin. Look at that, man, just looks like an evil knotted mess. These were the ones that were, you know, planted bought from the garden centre in little trays, and they just don't work, you know. There's no way that's going to work there. So there's a little lesson for us, don't buy it's carrots as well. So, and I'm just slinging them on the compost. And I'm more annoyed that I could have used this bed for a whole load of other things, you know. I could have had it a full chard bed. Like I say, there we go, got some chard there. It's just been great. And there's only if you remember, there was a whole load of plants moved over and transplanted when I built the beds, and these were some of them, the chard. So hopefully that's all sorted there now, and like I say, they didn't take any hurt moving these over. And we have some more there that are just, you know, all different kinds of chard there, ruby chard and bright lights, just to get later into the year. So next bed, well, actually I showed the compost, because didn't I use all my compost, so I'm having to buy a little bit of compost because it's the no dig method here now, and I just need a few bags of compost to cover these beds once I'm putting them to bed for the winter. So let's have a look. This bed, we've got the purple Brussels sprouts, which are starting to get, you know, quite tall and quite leafy there, but you can see they're coming on there now. They're looking good. The courgettes are still going, but what I'm doing now is, because we courgetted up to the eyeballs, we've had a few of them, I'm just leaving them now to go big, just for the sake of, you know, look at these are, look at that. It's a huge one. So I'm just leaving them to see how big they go. Got some more of the Cabernet Nero in there as well, a few heads of Cabernet Nero, and it's a mixed up bed, this one, but there's some more broccoli, some more beetroot as well in that corner. Just, I always like to kind of put it everywhere, different, you know, different varieties of any veg, but just have them all interspersed. The beetroot bed, yes, it's on its way down there now. That's it on this bed, and we have some more runner beans and green beans. That's the amount we've got off that trellis. Oh God, I'm just going to let it, you know, go now and let all the goodness go back into the beds. There's probably another 2 big pickings there, you know, but sometimes we have people, you know, we'll have like people over, and a big panel, you know, you can take the whole load of crop and just it's one meal, you know. So just thank God to just keep on producing and producing. So here is me Christmas potatoes that I planted about a week and a half ago, I think, and I can just see on this one, can you see that? There you go. Just, that was the Duke of York, and just starting to come, starting to poke the heads up. So when I come back next week, I'll put some more compost in there. Another trellis of beans. I'm just leaving them ones for seed. I think those are like broccoli beans, so I'm just going to leave them and collect them for seeds. In here is a cabbage, which again's been hit by the caterpillar, but they're just really the outer leaves, and once the hearts start growing in the next few weeks, you know, they'll be fine, no problem there. That needs to come up there now. That's the original sprouting broccoli. There was about 4 or 5 in, but I lost them all really to the, you know, the cabbage root fly. So, but that one's still going, but it now can do with kind of getting pulled, you know. Got some more Savoy cabbage and little dwarf beans there in that little section over there. In here we have, as you can see, I'm just planting some lettuce there. Anywhere I can squeeze lettuce in now, I'm just doing it, just planting it in. We've got some turnips, which will another month or 2 and they'll be ready as well. I'm just waiting for the frost to come for that. We've got more turnip down there. Again, this is just taking the garden well into the late winter months. We have some Chinese cabbage. Is them 2 rows there with the dark leaves. Then we have a winter broccoli as well, and I can't pronounce it. Let's just excuse the wind there. I can feel the wind coming up. I ordered these online, and there you go, Cabbage. So that's winter broccoli is there, and they seem to be doing all right. More sprouting broccoli up there, and I've just shoved in, as you can see there, a couple more turnips, and I'll just thin them out when everything's okay. Next bed is more cabbages, just some just to keep, you know, like just to be able to pop up and just keep going. And like I say, the outer leaves have been hit, but the hearts will be fine once everything's okay, you know, once the chills come. Lettuces just interspersed there, the lettuces all, so hopefully the lettuce will go right in, you know, a long time yet before we have to give up the lettuce. We have some carrots in there, which I've been picking. They're thin, but I'll just leave them probably another month, and they'll be ready to kind of go into the pot. Cabbage Nero, and we had some spring onions in that far bed, but now they're up. And look at that one plant, how big that one plant goes, you know. It was my mum just says, come on, we'll put a few flowers in, and that's just been tremendous, that, you know. Great for the bees, you know, absolutely fantastic. So yeah, Cabbage Nero there, our favourite. We class it as, it's a what do you call it, like a, well, we just class it as a cabbage, but you know, it's more of the other variety. I can't think of it, what am I thinking of, but you know what I mean. So we just use it, just chop it up the same way, you know. So more dwarf beans in that bed, and like I say, they're just, the amount we're getting off the beans is just scary, you know. I've got a few, I don't know if you can see down there, a few plants of rocket just to mix in with the salad as well. This is my Calabrese bed. It's nearly coming to an end there now, a few heads left. We've had some good pickings from that, and we're just waiting for them ones. When I, like I say, when I get back, we'll probably finish these off, and that'll be it. We have some beetroot in there, golden burpees, which again, it's all to do with timing. So these ones are not just ready yet, but once everything else, you know, comes, they'll be ready. So already like a few weeks later. Excuse me. What else? Yeah, I've got a little salad bed there, and this is the salad that I've just been popping everywhere. Do you know what I mean? I just put 2 rows in, and as you can see, it's just lush and just pick in, come again type of lettuce. Absolutely fantastic. A couple of the odd beetroots. Remember, this was the bed that the beetroots, the golden burpees, didn't come at all, and I was so disappointed. But eventually odd ones came, and those ones there that I picked out as well and put in, those came. So, you know, there wasn't that many seeds in the packet, but I was so disappointed, you know what I mean? Especially when I did this bed. This was, you know, I built it, you know, you build these beds and then had everything going and nothing worked in this bed. It was, oh, you bugger. So yeah, a little bit disappointing, but as you can see now, that bed is full of life, absolutely gorgeous. So I think that's it on the outside. We'll do a tour of the polytunnel another time, but it was just to give you like a little update on what's going on for September in the garden. And like we're just coming now to, not like in the kind of glut time, but we're still basket after basket of veg we're bringing down to the house, you know, and giving to friends, and that just amazing. I've been preserving the tomatoes, and I'll talk about that the next time I'm going to polytunnel, doing the Jamie Oliver method as well. So anyway, it's a gorgeous day in September here now, so just enjoy it with us, you know what I mean. It's lovely to come up here and have 5 minutes, just chill from just the hustle and bustle of life. God, if you could just spend your days in your garden, that would be fantastic. Anyway, look after yourselves, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care.